Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel if you're not new here. My name is Amber. Hi, I am an astrologer. I am a tarot reader, psychic, and as you can tell by the title, we're going to be doing part 2 of my Saturn in the 12th house transit and what that looked for me and my experience with it. So without further ado, we're just going to go excuse me. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and start, and we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. I have no notes, so I'm literally just doing it off the top of my head, but we'll see where this video takes me. So what is the planet Saturn about? Saturn is the planet of life lessons, restrictions, boundaries, structure, discipline, hard work. Um, the 12th house is the house of undoing. It's the house of mental health issues. It's the house of prisons, of mental facilities. It's the house of spirituality. It's the house of the unknown, the unseen, because it is ruled by the planet Neptune. And it is also about escapism. It's also about things that you cannot see for yourself, hidden enemies as well. It could be the 12th house as well. That could be a theme, but it doesn't have to be. So, what does it look like when Saturn is transiting the 12th house? So, for me, what it looked like was I basically just decided I didn't want to be in my relationship anymore. That's about part one. You might want to go watch part one if you haven't seen it yet. But yes, that. Um, just re-evaluating everything in my life that I've ever, got up to that point. I was just like, this is where I'm at now. I'm not happy with my life. I need to get my life together. My mental health is the worst that it's ever been. I need to get help with it, and that's what I did. Um, even that, so what it's also looking like for me, so generally how it looks like for most people is that there's a big crisis that happens. There comes a point to where there's a buildup, and it's like, I can't ignore this thing anymore. I can't ignore this issue anymore. So it'll keep the universe, the planets will keep pestering you and pestering you and pestering you until you are like, wake up. It's time to get your life together, and it's time to focus on what goes on right up here in your head. So Saturn in the 12th house transit, what it taught me, the second half of it, was that you should not stop asking for help. I went to the mental hospital 3 or 4 times within the span of 2 months, um, within the span of 2024 to 2025. Um, for me, what it also looked like is every single time I would try to start a job or to start something new or get a new partner, it just wasn't working. It just kept falling apart. Like everything that I tried to work towards, it just seemed like there was no progress that was being made. And that's because the universe, or, whatever you believe in, Saturn, the 12th house, is telling you to sit your ass down and face your issues and focus on your fears and overcome them. And one of my biggest fears that I've had to overcome is realizing that I have to be my own independent person, and that I'm a person that can't rely on people forever. I can't rely on a partner. I can't rely on my family. I have to learn how to be independent. And my problem is that I've never learned how to become independent, because I'm still young. I'm 23. I just turned 23 on July 25th. I'm guessing I'm uploading this today. We'll see, or whenever this is up. I'm 23 now. But it just, I don't know. What it looked like for me is like, it just seemed like whatever I was putting my effort towards, it was like, nah, man, like, this is not the time to be doing that. This is the time for you to get real about your issues and figure out who you really want to be. And this Saturn in the 12th house transit, like, it really taught me that, like, if you have no direction in life, you just gotta go with the flow. You just gotta see what happens. You gotta keep sticking it through. You gotta keep writing it out, because I was getting very, like, trigger warning, I was getting very suicidal. I was having homicidal thoughts as well because of my schizoaffective disorder and my, that's not my ADHD, but my schizoaffective disorder. And so I had to come to terms with the fact that I'm never going to be normal. I'm never going to be able to achieve the things that I want to achieve in a way that a normal person would be able to, because my brain isn't normal. It's not the same. It's completely different. So that's what Saturn in the 12th house taught me, is that it's completely different. and that's fine. You shouldn't compare. I will say another big lesson that Saturn taught me in the 12th house is that you shouldn't compare yourself to other people. Everybody has their own path, their own lives, their own way of going about things, and neither path is good or good or bad, wrong or right. It's all about what you bring to the table and how you choose to work with the energy that you've been blessed with. I will say Saturn in the 12th house also taught me how ungrateful I was being. I was being very selfish, very ungrateful for all the help that I've received. Um, well, I was grateful, but I wasn't showing it. I wasn't giving back. I wasn't doing my part in order to bring harmony into the situation. All I was doing was just constantly complaining and constantly being negative Nancy, and I just didn't want to be like that anymore. So that's what Saturn in the 12th house also taught me, is that you need to suck it up and get your shit together. If your mental health is really that damn bad and you can't do this on your own, ask for help. So I did. I kept asking for help, and I'm not stopping until I get the help that I need. I'm not even completely cured, and I never will be, but you know what? I'm still going to ask for help. And I will say, never be afraid to ask for help. Even if you have to worry about things later on, worry about what's going on right now. And if you need help, go and get it. Because I will tell you, if I didn't reach out for help and I didn't ask for help, I would be dead by now. I've had several times in my life where I've been very suicidal and wanted to off myself, and I have tried to off myself one time when I took, I guess it doesn't matter because that's the past, but that's like basically what Saturn in the 12th house taught me, is that it's the past. You can't change it. You can only do what you can to move forward. And it taught me, to stop being so damn ungrateful about everything. Like, literally, I'm so blessed. I have a good family. I have good friends. I have a good job. I have nice supporters that love me, and everything's good. But, Saturn in the 12th house really taught me that, if things aren't right up here, you can't be appreciative. You can't give back to other people. You can't be a productive member of society because your mind just isn't all there and it's not doing what it needs to be doing. And you know what? That's okay. It's nothing to be ashamed about. I will say that's my advice, is there's nothing to be ashamed about. If you're struggling with something, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to wonder if you're ever going to get through it. You are. I believe in you. As cheesy as that sounds, and corny as that sounds. I'm trying to think. What else has Saturn in the 12th house transit taught me? It taught me a lot about my psychic ability, realizing that I need to regulate it and to ground myself into reality. Stay off computers, stay off phones, stay off the internet. Because that's really where my psychic abilities really come through, is, through the internet, because I have Moon conjunct Uranus, which is and I'm a Cancer stellium in sidereal astrology, so I'm ruled by the Moon, Jupiter, and Neptune. But I'm trying to think, what else has Saturn in the 12th house transit taught me? Really, honestly, just, you can't avoid your issues. You gotta face them head on. The more you try to escape, the worse it's just gonna get. It's just gonna worse. It's not a word. The more worse it's gonna get. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that has Saturn in the 12th house taught me? Be patient. Manifestations take time. You can manifest all you want, but if you're not putting in the work and you're not putting action towards it, it's not going to manifest. It's just that simple. It all starts with you. I will say that's what it taught me, is it all starts with you, and it really just depends on your mindset and how you choose to view it. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I think that's really all I want to touch on. It was very straightforward. Now that Saturn is entering it has entered my first house. I've gotten a lot more clarity on what I want to do as like with my life, and who I want to be as a person, which I've always been confused like my entire life about what I truly wanted to do, what I truly wanted to work on, and now it's enlightened for me. Of course, as soon as Saturn has transited in my first house for a few weeks now. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see a Saturn in the first house transit video once it's over. It's probably going to be like 2 or 3 years, but I could also give updates and see how it's going and see like how things are playing out if you guys are interested in that. But that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for tuning in and watching me, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you later. Bye guys!